Hey guys, welcome back to Game 2 between Free and Hiya. More coverage of the World Cyber Games 2009 Korea National Championship. This is Game 2, as I said. Game 1 was a pretty convincing win for Free. He actually, I'd say more than convincing. He really smashed Hiya in a pretty embarrassing fashion, I'd have to say. Hiya just pushed out really prematurely, just wasn't able to get any mines laid, and just got crushed. And you can see right now, chewing nails, trying to get the camera off him. He looks a little shy right now, looks a little nervous here. Hopefully he can refocus here. Free looks pretty determined, I'd have to say. Hopefully Hiya puts up a fight, or we might just see a 2-0 stomp here from Free, an old-fashioned way to walk over your opponent in a best out of 3 here. Pretty convincing so far from Free, and hopefully we can see some more good stuff from Free. Not one of my favorite players, just because I don't know, but hopefully he can get going again. He was a dragon at once. Maybe his lizard once, as I said in Game 1, he's lucky to be a lizard now. Just not playing in a very high level right now, but maybe something, maybe a spark, maybe something can get him going here, and he can play at his true potential, I feel. So this can be played on Outsider. Statistically, Outsider is about 60-40 in the favor of Protoss. Very good map for Protoss, and we do see that we are seeing Free spawn at the 6 o'clock position as the red Protoss, and then at the 9 o'clock position we have Hiya as the green Terran, so spawning at the 9 o'clock position once again. Hopefully it's not that a position that's cursing Hiya into losing here, considering he is spawning at the same location here. But we are going to see, this is a pretty interesting map for this matchup. I feel there are a lot of ways to play it. You always can get a scout in behind. Hopefully both players can, if they're going something tricky, they can go ahead and deny that scout with a pylon there and pick it off with a goon when they see it come through, or pick it off with a vulture when they see the probe come through, because you always can slip through. There are a couple ways to play this game, play this map. I'd expect to see some shuttle play from Free. If we do see Hiya go for the standard dropship play, I think dropship is really the only way to play this map if you want to be effective. There are just so many places to attack the Protoss here, and really you can see, and especially behind their third with the minerals, that's a great place for Reaver drops, and great place for tank drops, great place for any kind of drop, basically, because you're completely defended on that side of the, you can't get anything behind you, only can get what they can throw at you from front. And for Terran, having the siege tank, having that range can really be something deadly for the Protoss here. So maybe Hiya can use the dropship play to go ahead and steal a game here, or else Free might just walk over him 2-0. It just all depends. Comes down to this game right now. Hiya's chances of representing the country are on the line, and hopefully he can step in. Hopefully it'll be a better game than Game 1 here, to say the least. We are seeing pretty standard openings, it looks like, for both players. Just one gate tech for Protoss, and then just the barracks and the factory going up here pretty quickly for Hiya. And then there's a couple ways you can play it out. I think a fast expansion, probably going to see it from Hiya, just the more standard way to play it out. We do have the core going down. Probably going to be able to put a little pressure on with the goons. Pretty standard stuff here. But hopefully we see something a little more exciting than Game 1 than Game 2. Game 2, you could have pulled off that it was an I-Cup game, honestly. Hiya pushes out, and his push just gets crushed, demolished, smashed, dominated in every aspect. It was just a bad premature push that you don't expect to see from a pro gamer, to say the least. We do have Hiya scouting. Looks like he's going to scout in the wrong position, and so is Free. Free's pro barely not seeing that SCV. Now he's going to see it. Now he's going to turn it around and know that he needs to go. Now he's actually going to go back, make sure Hiya is not playing the mind game and scouting late, and now Free's finally going to be able to send the scouting pro out. Now he knows where it is. He did make the zealot first, going to try to put a little pressure on, but I think that front door should be sealed, as we see the factory going up here for Hiya. But I haven't got a look at the front door. I don't think it will be sealed if he only has that one rack supply depot, but does he have the second supply depot? We do see the zealot holding the ramp, so Hiya's actually, Free's going to try to deny the scout with the marine on the ramp for Hiya. He's doing the same, but Free's going to try to deny the scout with the zealot. He's going to definitely try to pull something, and neither player getting in the scout right now, so now the doors are open for weird play, I guess you could say. Free coming out with the Dragoon following the Zealot, going to be able to put a little pressure on, but more importantly, going to be able to pick off that SCV if he micros it properly, and now he's going to be able to pick it off and now move out with his Goon, or he might leave that Goon there for just to really delay the scout if he is going to go for that DT tech, or if he is going to go for the Reaver tech. We're seeing a very fast command center here from Free, or from Hiya, and this is a map that you can do that on. Really, he is putting the, this is a map that, we are seeing a proxy pylon here, so both players are up to something. Hiya going for that early expansion expansion, Free going to put a little pressure on. It could be DT tech or it could be Reaver tech. Those are really the two options right now. And he's going to move in, be able to get some shots off the supply deep. But really, this is important when you do proxy stuff, is you want to keep, and we are seeing the robotics facility, so we're probably going to see the Reavers here come into play. And this could be bad news for Hiya, considering you went for that really fast expansion. And I think Free has an idea he went for that really early in expansion because the lack of the Marine. The tank's going to be a little later here. And really, though, it's going to come down to how much damage Free can do with the Reaver, because he's going to be economically behind. But he's putting a lot of pressure on this front door, actually. And Hiya forced to bring a lot of SCVs off repairing this. Finally, the tank popping off a little more than normal just because he went for that super fast expansion. Hiya, not so creative. Free goes for an early expansion first game. So Hiya, second game, I'll go for an early expansion. Work for him. Hopefully it'll work for me. But right now, Hiya doesn't know what's up. Obviously, he wasn't able to get that scouting because of the first zealot, so he knows that's a little different. You don't always see them go for the first zealot, but the way he was trying to hold the ramp, he knows his opponent's trying to hide something. But Free is going to continue to put a lot of pressure on this front door. Finally, more tanks, and this is exactly what Free wants to be able to do if he doesn't lose a goon. Keeping your opponent occupied, keeping them focused on something else. So then when your Reaver comes in, they're just not prepared. They just don't have the turrets in the position. They have no anti-air. We just see the robotic support bay in the base, and this Reaver is going to be out very soon. Right now, we have the second factory now coming down for Hiya, and as you see, Hiya's natural expansion is completely up and running. But Free's going to put a lot of pressure on that momentarily with the Reaver, and if he can do enough damage with the Reaver, it's going to be game over. That Zealot's actually going over to pop in that shuttle. I'm going to use that. As you know, you want to drop the Zealot first to drop fire, then you drop the Reaver, be able to get the shots off without drawing fire, because obviously your Reaver is where the money's at. Your Reaver is where you can do the damage. Your Reaver's worth all the money here, and that's exactly why they bring the Zealots in. He's actually going to make that second Zealot. So we are really, obviously, I think this is a right move where he's really focusing and committing on this Reaver. If he doesn't do the proper damage, he's going to be so behind, and he's going to end up losing this game. This academy is up. Scan should be out fairly soon. He's going to be able to scan the main, see the support bay, but it might not matter because he's going to scan like right before that Reaver appears in his base. Going to have no time to prepare, and I don't think he has anything anti-air, to be honest. I haven't quite got a good look at his main. Building some Scarabs, and we are seeing the starport go down, but it looks like it's going to be too late here, and this could be able to do a lot of damage. No anti-air here because of the early expansion and because of the proxy was so much quicker, and Hiya's army, to make it just a little bit worse, Hiya's army is completely out of shape, or completely out of position here. Out of shape too, obviously, because it's moving so slow, but Hiya trying to come back up, trying to make a move here. One Marine is all the anti-air he has. Free making a move back across the map. Not exactly sure. Is he making a second Reaver? He could possibly go pick it up.